We have talked about the Walt Disney situation and the fact that I believe Disney made an incredibly calculated error to get involved in commenting on the Florida bill that did not allow kindergarten, first, second, third graders to be taught about sexuality, related to which the Little Mermaid live action version came out this weekend. New York Times said that they didn't enjoy the movie as much as they otherwise would have because there was not enough kink in that movie. Yes, Little Mermaid, 1989 cartoon, not enough kink, Buck.
I legitimately don't even know what they think they're saying with that. I could take some guesses, but I don't even get what that's supposed to be.
It's super weird. And it just goes to the point that there is a lot of demand for young children to be incredibly sexualized inside of your own schools, inside of your own children's films. And so DeSantis has gone to war with Disney. Now it's turned into a zoning battle over Disney World, and we have talked about that a lot. The biggest takeaway to me, Buck, is that Disney is now one of the 5 most polarizing brands in America. And if you're analyzing things and you're saying, okay, they're a business, they're doing whatever they think is best, actually the data reflects that they have tanked in Republican support and have not increased very much in Democrat support. In other words, their overall brand value has declined since they have decided to get involved in state-related political issues with Governor Ron DeSantis. So DeSantis has gone to war with Disney. Interestingly, Buck, and I hadn't even seen this. You told me about this off air. Trump ripped Ron DeSantis as recently as, was it Thursday? I believe he put out a clip ripping Ron DeSantis. We played the audio for you on this program for fighting with Disney and came down on the side of defending Disney and saying, oh, this is basically, and I'm paraphrasing, unfortunate that DeSantis would be going to war with Disney. Now, Trump has come out over Memorial Day weekend and said what, Buck?
This is from Truth Social, Donald Trump's account. Disney has become a woke and disgusting shadow of its former self, with people actually hating it. Must go back to what it once was, or the market will do irreparable damage. This all happened during the governorship of Rob DeSanctimonious. Instead of complaining now for publicity reasons only, he should have stopped it long ago. It would have been easy to do. It still is. Okay. So, now he is joining with the Disney is woke and needs to be stopped. He's saying it's DeSantis' fault that this happened, and DeSantis could have easily stopped it. But the way that DeSantis is trying to stop it on can we get that audio of the Trump statement just so everyone can hear exactly what we're talking about? I'm at the point where with some of this stuff, I would just want to know, okay, so what exactly is the position? Because this seems to be multiple positions taken at once that are contradicting each other, or at least when you add it to what was said. This was from May 28th. The other audio, and it was from the Trump statement where he was talking about Disney, which I believe you're right. I think we played it on Thursday. But so Trump now agrees Disney is woke and disgusting. Okay, so they're aligned on that. He says it should go back to what it once was. Aligned on that. This all happened during the governorship of Rob DeSanctimonious. I don't think Disney went woke in the last 4 years. I don't think that's fair. But if someone disagrees, by all means, call in. Let us know that Disney was, very conservative or traditional in its values and changed. But he should have stopped it long ago. So now it feels like the criticism is that he waited too long to take action against Disney instead of he shouldn't be taking action against Disney in Florida. I'm not sure if I have that right, but I think that's what it is saying.
So on Thursday, and we'll play you this audio, the 25th of May, Trump said that DeSantis was on the wrong side against Disney and he had unfairly attacked Disney. On Sunday, the 28th, Trump comes out and says, actually, Disney is gone super woke and DeSantis hasn't done enough to fight back against Disney. So again, just to make this clear, Thursday, DeSantis, this is Trump's own words, and we'll play it for you, because we played it on the show. And to be fair, you and I both said, yeah, we disagree. And I laid out why I think I wouldn't change anything. In fact, you go back and look at the transcript. I said I wouldn't change anything DeSantis has done against Disney. So the only thing I can think, Buck, is that between Thursday and Sunday, somebody shared polling with Trump, which showed that what DeSantis is doing on Disney is very popular with Republican primary voters, because we don't want more kink in The Little Mermaid, and we don't want, I'm sure you saw this, and a lot of our listeners I'm sure did as well, we don't want men dressing up as princesses at Disneyland in California pretending to be women talking to young children. That isn't appropriate in most of our minds. We want Disney to be, as Trump said, the Disney that it was for most of our youth in the 80s and in the 90s before Disney went crazy. And Buck, what I have said here is I saw all this happen. So I saw it happen at ESPN, where Disney owned ESPN, lost its mind, and went super woke with sports. And now they're doing the same thing with the larger cultural aspects of Disney. But why would, other than Trump being told, hey, Republicans disagree with the woke Disney concept, why would he totally change his tune? Now, I think he's in the right place here, so I give him credit for getting to the right place. But this is one of those things where we said Trump was running to the left of DeSantis, and the fact that this was ever a situation where you would say, hey, Disney did the right thing and now people are going to lose their jobs, this was a miscalculation by Trump. And to be fair, DeSantis is getting ripped on by corporatists, by big business, for actually attacking Disney, but the base of the Republican Party agrees with him on this attack. And so this, to me, is an intriguing aspect that Trump would effectively flip-flop in the space of 3 days on Disney.
Yeah, I would like to see if we could play, just so everyone can have the full context. Team, let us know when we have the statement that Trump put out from last week on this. But it is interesting to see that because on social media for sure, there were a couple of days where there were Trump surrogates saying the fight with Disney is foolish and stupid and costing money and jobs. And then a couple of days later, it's, oh no, Disney's actually woke and it needed to be stopped sooner. So that's a change in direction, I guess you could say. And I think that what we're going to be looking for here is, people are going to take different positions. This will all evolve as the campaigns move along, but at least clarity. We can't necessarily, these are politicians, right? Consistency isn't going to happen. But clarity would be good to have an understanding of where the different candidates start. I was interested to see that Trump said, I think he just put this out today, that on day one, he'll sign an executive order to end birthright citizenship for those who are born here. And there's a whole big discussion, a bunch of, things you have to get involved here on, and, subject to the jurisdiction thereof and the anchor baby situation. And this has never really been tested all the way up to the Supreme Court. But it does clearly show, Clay, when you see that we have rules against people coming here, let's say from China, having a baby here on purpose, and then going back to China, and now they claim, oh, well, that's American citizenship. Here's the birth certificate of the birth in California. Oh, okay. We'll get back to the end of birthright citizenship, which is I think this is a big fight that would be had, and I think it's going to be a part of the immigration discussion in a way that it needs to be. But here is the Trump clip from last week on Thursday. Play it.
When the Ron DeSanctimonious facts come out, you will see that he's better than most Democrat governors, but very average at best compared to Republican governors who have done a fantastic job. How about the fact that he had the third most deaths of any state having to do with the China virus or COVID? Even Cuomo did better. He was number 4. He shut down everything, including the beaches. Other Republican governors didn't do that. They kept it open. It was their choice. I gave them all their choice. The Democrats blew it big. A lot of Republican governors did a fantastic job. And look at Disney and what a mess it is. Could have worked out an easy settlement, but no, he wanted to show the fake news how tough a guy he is. He's not. And the whole Disney thing is really very unfortunate. Now thousands and thousands of jobs are being stopped, and a lot of people are very upset about it. Thank you.
Okay, so last week it was the Disney fight is very unfortunate. People are losing jobs. And now, as of, 2 days ago, it's he should have fought Disney sooner on this issue because it's so woke and horrible and disgusting.
In 2 days, he argued, 3 days, the exact opposite of his attack. So, and to your point, Buck, there are also people running around, because we came on Thursday, and I was like, yeah, this is a bad line of attack. So I give credit to Trump for changing his position, because I think he was wrong on Thursday.
You know, I think we're allowed to notice when he pivots.
Yeah. In the space of 72 hours, he went from DeSantis has screwed up Disney, and it's very unfortunate, to Disney is a disaster, and Ron DeSantis should have done way more. So he did too much on Thursday, and on Sunday, he didn't do enough. Now, Trump has gotten to the right place on Disney, but why was he levying the attack? And now it's just this is the bull in a china shop of Trump that frustrates me. I mean, candidly, with everybody out there, Trump often gets to the right result, but he makes a mess of getting there so that the process of getting there becomes the attackable version of himself. Now, we'll come back and talk about this birthright citizenship, because I think this is actually the right position for Trump. In fact, in my book, I argue that if we're ever going to fix immigration in this country, we have to deal with the incentive structure that brings people to this country in the first place. One is jobs. That's harder, I think. But, Buck, the idea that if you have a child in the United States, your child becomes a citizen, most countries don't have birthright citizenship. They just don't.
And also, we're talking about people who are in the country oftentimes
illegally.
So you're here in violation of U.S. law. You have a child. That child's a U.S. citizen. That's a massive incentive for people to come here illegally. And it's really the version of this you see in California and with Chinese birth tourism, which there have been federal cases about this, and it's criminal. You're not allowed to do that. But you start to say, okay, well, if it's wrong for someone from China, a Chinese national, to come here, and it's wrong for a company to basically pay to have the baby here so they get the citizenship, why is it okay to come across the border illegally, have a child here, and then demand citizenship for that child? Which has been the way it's treated in the U.S. now for a very long time.